All right. I think we are finally in. I think we finally got it. Let's make sure. Few confusing things about this, but for the most part, I think we're set now. Let me just make sure. Alright, so I can delete this one. Alright, so let's make sure we are good here. If somebody hops on and wants to say something, if not, let me do my rounds. Make sure we're good to go. 2 hours ago, so that's good. So let's check here. Sorry guys, I got a whole new multi-chat system. Believe me, it was needed. Because I believe that's what was crashing us. We'll find out though. So that's good. New content countdown. Spin worthy. That's exactly what we want it to say. Sorry guys, perfect. I got a whole new multi-chat system. Believe me, it was needed. Because I believe that's what was crashing us. We'll find out though. Alright, let's get that test comment in there. And we're in. Let's get that Twitch. Now this is read only mode. We'll do Showtime stamps. So I guess that's the one bad thing. I can't really type in here, but typically speaking, I could just go to chat and type in here. It ain't the end of the world. So let's say test. Test comment. Boom, we're good there. And we'll go into Kick real quick. The last little tester. A little confusing, but once I get it down to one time, I'm good. So the one bad part is I can't type on this one and have it going all three, but I literally rarely, if ever, need to type in the chat anyway. And if this is what helps me, because I already deleted Caster Labs, if this helps me not crash, then so be it. If it wasn't Caster Labs, maybe I go back to them, but this is fine for now. It's an all-in-one service too, so. And the test comment from Kick goes through. So there we go. And if you needed, there's all three of my usernames from all platforms. For all platforms, now you all have it. So boom, if I didn't want Kick in there, I'd just take that off. Alright, so all three are on. Alright, we're set. We got new content coming soon. And then, what else was there? That should be it. Everything else is set up perfect. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. I got a little treat for you guys as well. Got a little treat for you. Ready? Here you go, buddy. Here you go. Here you go. Listen up.
Rooney! Wayne Rooney! Only him! It has to be Wayne Rooney! Rooney! Wayne Rooney!
Ready for this?
Sensational from Zidane! Zidane! There is not another like him! Zinedine Zidane in a class of his own! Zidane absolutely glorious! Zidane sensational from Zidane!
You gotta love it. Zidane and Rooney coming through. Zidane could replace Bellingham maybe, but I'm not going after him because Bellingham is a beast. Rooney could replace and will replace because he's my favorite player, so I will go after him. So he'd be replacing our Capitan right now, Cruyff. Johan Cruyff. Who you see right there in his classic oranges, which why don't they have this in the game? I would buy that in a heartbeat. Alright, so I got that set up, so we're good there. Start recording whenever I want to. And let's make sure, let's see how this works out. Boom. Alright, that's good there. Alright, we are set. Good deal. We're set. Alright, so I streamed earlier and got 3 wins in a row, and it was a bit rough for the simple fact that obviously I was playing against pretty ratty players in Division 4. So, you know, as you climb, it bees that way, as we know. But we did get the wins through it all. We prevailed. However, it definitely took the fun away. But the good news is, it sparked a good conversation about the matter. And I got a good video to share for you guys tomorrow. For those who didn't see the stream, and for all those who come across it later, who are stressing about their love for eFootball and their hate for Smart Assist and their frustrations with it. That's a big reason why I make this content, because I once was a player looking for answers for a lot of this and couldn't get any answers. So providing these answers is important. Let's see the match pass here. Now, if I get all of this, that's a total of 600 coins, which would take me to 220, 120, 020, 928, 620. So 6620. So that would be, let's calculate this, because I suck at math, but let's say 7720 minus 600 equals 7120. Whoops, I did that wrong. 7220 minus 600 equals 6620 minus, or wait, $66.20 divided by 900, so 7. So 7 times 9, hundred equals 6,300. 69, 7,000, 22. So times 8 equals 7,200. So I'd have it exactly 8 spins right now. I don't know if I should do the team pass or not. I really don't. I could get those contracts. Tell me if you guys get the match passes or not. I mean, it will stack me up on the training. It will give me all this. I'll sell these two away as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Dude, yeah, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to unlock them both. $6 each time to get all that. We really won't even have to get it every time, but we're going to stock up right now, ladies and gentlemen, while we have the coins. There we go. And then we're done with this, but now we have all this to get. So another 50 coiner. And then all the way to here. $6,300. $6,300. And then 3 individual spins, okay. So 7 10-player spins is still pretty darn good. And now we are absolutely loaded up. So we can start really getting into our players. So 95 deals here. So we'll receive all those. Mignon and a Kanji, who will go release. But we're going to wait to release them until we do all these contracts. So this will give us boosters. This will give us all much needed things. I can't believe I didn't even think about this. I'm a genius, of course. So 5 5-star contracts. We'll just start grabbing players. Sign. And release. So $6 is worth it. You don't have to do it every time either. Once you stack up enough, training programs, as well as, booster tokens and stuff, you'll have a ton of these, right? So you don't have to just keep buying and buying. So it's not $6 every single team pass, even though it's not ridiculous if you spend money on players. 6 individual spins to be able to get, you get what I'm saying? But once you stack up enough, you pretty much are set for a while until you run out again. That's kind of how it works. Alexander Sorloth. What up, Big Phil? How are you? I'm hoping I fixed my crash. I'm really hoping so. You know what? Let me check something here real quick, too. I have to see this file that Boomfa gave me a good file. Let me see something. And it worked for a while, but I want it, just in case that was crashing me too, I want to get rid of it. Is the audio still sound good, Phil? I think I tested that already, but... OBS multi. Okay, so let me go to that. OBS multi. Kind of multitasking myself right now. Program files. OBS Studio. So there's Stream Elements. That's perfect. OBS plugins. OBS. I think I got rid of those earlier. OBS multi. Yeah, I think I got rid of it. OBS multi, good. Alright, it got rid of it automatically, cool. But let me see something here. You couldn't hear me, now you can though? That had to be on your side though, right? I think. Or that had to be on YouTube. I'm assuming. Let me see here. Docs. Controls. Yeah, multi is gone. Chat here. That's in here automatically. Yep, it's gone. Okay, cool. Yeah, probably YouTube. Alright, so if anybody is a streamer and they have a problem with OBS and they're using Caster Labs, just you never know who might stumble upon this, but go into we'll delete Caster Labs and then use Stream Elements, which is not only a multi-streamer but also a multi-chat tool. The one downside to this as opposed to Caster Labs is that you can't type, so I'd have to go to each individual one. They have these they have the ability. Multi-chat is in read-only mode. It doesn't have to be. Hold on. It's like I could go to settings. Let me see here. Top chat. So here, like, check it out. So there's like YouTube's. So here's YouTube. Welcome to live chat. Remember. So it's interesting. So if I go to chat, there's my YouTube chat in here. Docs. Interesting. That's weird. Alright, what did I just do here? I'm a dum-dum. Do you want to reset the UI? Yes. Docs. that's not what I wanted. Alright, let's get this locked in here. Perfect. Boom. Alright, so I gotta stop messing with stuff. Alright, there's the video. So I want that a little bit bigger. Perfect. Scale to window. All right. Chat. OG Game Studio. Okay. So now settings. Show timestamps. And font size. Settings. So let's look at this. So stream, audio, video, hotkeys, advanced appearance. YouTube. Audio, video. Alright, so let's see how I can chat. Let me look this up just real quick. Then I'll continue on. I bought the Team Pass, so we have a little bit until new content comes out anyways, if I'm remembering that correctly. Sorry about the sniffles, man. I can't wait. On your Stream Elements stream, you need to add a chat widget to your overlay and configure its settings. This widget displays the chat messages in your stream. You can customize. Overlays. Ah, okay. Add the chat widget. So 1 second, guys. Let's test this out. So Stream Elements. Dashboard. And I already did that. Alright, so dashboard, navigate to overlays page. Well, where exactly was that at? I forgot. Overlays. Visit overlay gallery. Widgets. .3D subscriber alert box, social media rotator. What the hell? Whatever. I don't chat enough about chatbot. Hold on. Rules. Alright, whatever. I don't really need to type nothing in there anyway. If I do, I can take my lazy ass in anyway. What's going on? I was watching some of your old live streams to get some tips for you. Should be legacy transferring training XP on players, not just skill. View all your coins, GP, and contracts from start. Yeah, that team pass comes in handy, especially the start button at main screen. Alright, so wait. I was watching some of your old live streams. Okay. Training XP on players, not just skills. Training XP on players, not just skills. View all your coins, GP, and contracts from start button at main screen. Wait, what? Why do I need to view all your coins, GP, and contracts from start button at main screen? Why do I need to view those again? I'm a little lost, brother. Legacy transfer XP. Legacy transferring training XP on players. So tell me what you mean by that. Sure. Shows all in one for you. Just okay. Start button at main screen. So let's go to see what you're talking about. Main screen. Start button. Huh? I'm lost, big dog. I'm lost. Start button at main screen. So I'm at main screen. Start button at main screen. Instead of selling... You're talking about like this, right? You're talking about right here. So if I had kanji, for instance... Ah, shit. So if I have kanji, for instance... And I go in and I unlock him. Since he's not boosted up, he doesn't have any XP though, right? Alright, so let me go to do that first, where you collect rewards on the right side. Where does it say it at? Oh, yeah, I gotcha. It shows all this stuff. Cool. I can't believe I never looked to my fucking right. Phil, did you? Great tip, Tom. Guys, did you, be honest with me. Somebody tell me in the comments, did you ever look to your right? I never once looked to my right. So that's actually huge by Tom. Now give me this XP thing again, buddy, and thank you so much for your help. Tom Jones 827 coming through with the heat, helping us out. Alright, so you can look to your right. So once again, guys, start button. This is so easy. Some of you guys might be more aware than me, but I've never looked to the right because it's so like... They should have done the box like highlighted in yellow or something. It's so like not just like, their typical menu shit. So look to your right, you can see all your nominating contracts and everything else. So now, wait, let me do that again real quick. 296K. Thought I'd have way more. All right, so now, going to the XP part. So Akanji's not leveled up, but you're saying if I level him up but then decide to sell him off. Like say I decide to sell off Forlan, right? Like I go in and I unlock Forlan to sell him. He's leveled up all the way. So is that his XP? Where do I see where his XP's at? So max level XP, by that I'm assuming you're talking about, like, that's what I'm confused about. XP is their progression, or what's XP and where do I see where it's at? Freaking this game, dude. It's one of these games. But we're gonna learn something right here. Let's let Tom answer. There's a bit of a delay in like when he hears us. Right. I get what you're saying. So say I'm out of it. I'm out of training, so I can't like train Pele up, let's say. Does that mean, is his XP the levels? Is that what XP is? Okay, good. Okay, so I'm right about that. So Diego Forlan then got his full XP. So whenever you play a game and your players aren't XP'd up and you have a manager where it says like 200% for 5-star players, Pele would be... How do you know if they're 5-star players, by the way? I'll give you an example, guys, just so you're seeing what I'm talking about. I go to my team. I go to my manager. Spalletti gets 200% increase for 5-star players. But how do you know? I know them nominating contracts. When you buy them, they say 5 stars. But how do I know? Like, I just know Pele's 5-star player, but how do I know? Like, how do you know who's 5 stars and 4 stars? And then I get my next question is, so then once I have a 5-star player, Baggio isn't trained up because of Spalletti's, I play games and he'll get 2 points here, 3 points there, and that increases because he's a 5-star player, so it increases by 200%. But my thing is how do you know which star they are? 5-star, 4-star, 3-star? It doesn't even say, does it? You just got to kind of know all Epics and Showtimes are 5-star. Or are these not even 5-star? Are they in their category of their own? And then 5-star and 4 stars are only like Maignan. But even Maignan, after I bought him, the 5-star's at the bottom. Oh, the 5 stars, there they are. I'm a dumbass. Jeez Louise. Okay, forget what I just said. There's the 5 stars. Okay. And of course they're all 5 stars, which I knew, but I never looked down there. It's just lack of awareness. So those 5 stars, so say Baggio had 3 out of 35 points. I go and play a game. Every game I play, he gets 200% increase. So you play more games, you boost him up. But then say I was like, damn, I'm sick of this slow. Every game's 1 or 2 points. I could just go in, and Baggio, let's pretend he has 3 out of 35. I could go in and take Diego Forlan, who's got 31 levels, because XP turns to levels. Even though, notice when you go in here, this is the confusing shit that Konami does. It says nothing about XP on here. Nothing about XP. The progression points, it should say XP points or player progression XP or something like that, or it turns into that. And then the level should say XP levels, but it doesn't. But basically what Tom's saying is XP turns to levels. So now that Diego Forlan's up, say I was going to sell him away to get GP as well as, booster tokens. Instead, I could put him on Baggio, or let's say Pele, And those 31 levels would then transfer to Pele, correct? Now, would it be a direct transfer of 31 levels to Pele, or is it lower? So that's the one thing I wish they would say, like the levels tie it to it. Like for these levels, I wish it would literally say in here, right? Where the levels are 31 XP levels. I wish it would say XP. But since it doesn't, this is a good lesson that Tom's saying is, if you ever like screw the GP, screw the booster tokens, I want to train Pele up. I don't have any training programs. I don't want to wait. So you would just sell a player. Sorry, player fusion them, which used to be called legacy transfer. Now it's called player fusion. Into Pele. Pele would then go from 3 levels to all the way up. Because he has 3 plus Diego's 31. That would be 34. Just saying it hypothetically if he had 3 instead of being boosted. So that's a good little lesson. So now, when we go back into my team players, I don't need to... I got everybody boosted for now, so we'll release Kanji. Which, let me ask you this. Should I waste my training programs? If I boost them up, do I get more for releasing them, or does it stay the same no matter what? That's one thing I never... I thought I tested that before, but I forgot. But if I could save my training programs and not boost them and still get the same, then I will. So should I waste... I'm waiting for you to answer, so I'm sure it's just a delay. But just to be clear, I'm asking him if should I train a Kanji up before releasing him? I don't need to boost any players up, so I'm going to release him. And this will get me this. But if I train him all the way up, I don't think that increases. But let's make sure before we release him. In the meantime, we'll go get more of these contracts out of the way. I believe I can just release them all. Full level training, auto allocate to max gives... Oh, okay. So it is worth spending the GP on these guys then. Okay. Oh, no, don't. Okay, sorry. I thought I could get... I didn't know if, like, since he's level 1, if he was level 27, I would get, like, you know... Instead of getting 4 tokens, I think that's always 4, but let's say 8 tokens, 30,000 training programs, and 83 GP, even though I'd be wasting a bunch of training anyway, so. But if I'm releasing anyway, you're saying it doesn't make sense to train them, which I didn't think, but might as well make sure. Yeah, that would have been good to know for sure in some instances early on. Now, the skills that I just put directly on players, that was on purpose at the beginning because I knew it was going to take me a while to save some GP. Then it started stacking up, and now I'm putting it on free agents. Do you agree, though, that they should just take away the free agent thing, the red players? Well, right now they're red. And then make it where, okay, skill training to add a skill to a player, to train a player skills-wise, you know, it's going to cost you 180 GP. Or, you know, there's a better way to do it than how they're doing it. Put it that way, in my humble opinion. If you have a player to the max and you sell, not a level 1, if you already train them and then you sell them later, Tom's saying do not, he's saying auto train, let the auto training come. Because, for instance, like, I changed my Seedorf quite a bit, so he's like 100 rated instead of 104. If I auto-allocate, he's 104. The way I use him, he's 100. So he plays better for me the way I use him, but if I was going to sell him, which I won't, you would auto-allocate, and that will get you the most GP as opposed to leaving him all twisted up. But if you have a player that's level 1, you haven't trained him at all, it's not worth training him for just the sake of training him. Get rid of Raya. Thank you very much, Tom. So I'm guessing you're a veteran, huh, buddy? Now, are you just a knowing player, or do you play at a high level, or do you just play for fun? Do you? All right, Jimenez, Paulinho. Because I'd love for you to join the channel, the community, the Discord, and everything, bro. You could probably help a lot of people, including myself. So if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, join our Discord, man. Tom Jones 827, if you guys are listening to this and are getting help from this, Tom Jones 827 from YouTube, thank you so much. I'm sure everyone appreciates it. Alright, so now I'm loading up. Hopefully this will be good for a little while. Yeah, I packed Batistuta as well, man. That was huge. I got Batistuta, Owen, and Van Boyten, man. That was a big one. My luck was definitely rolling on that one. All right, let's get these 4-star players now. So it's worth doing this, in my opinion, because I have like 5 players I need boosters for. Now, here's something you can help me on. I always forget this, but in some places it's Monday already, and that's why when it turns to 9:30, whatever it is, we get, or maybe they do maintenance, but I think that's only on Wednesday into Thursday for at least my area. So right now it's like 8:40 p.m., around a little after 9. That is when the new packs come out, right? Like that Van Bronckhorst and all them, that's tonight, correct? In a little bit. Thanks, Tom. That means a lot, man. I used to always forget to sub to people too, so I try to remind people because I would like them still. I just would forget, but I followed them all the time, and then whenever people would ask before I was a content creator, I was like, "Oh, dude, you don't need me to. It's no big deal. I follow your channel. You know." Now I realize how big of a deal it is. Although I know my views, at least at the beginning for eFootball, are going to go down, but this is just the best football game, man. People need to understand, and I'm going to do everything I can for this game because it's by far just the best game, period. And it just needs some help with smart assist, needs to be gone, and the defense, everything I talked about earlier. I won't go into it again, but I'm one of those people that will stay and fight for that because this game is way more fun to play football-wise than any other football game by a million miles. It's just way more realistic, everything. So I'll fight through the BS. All right, so let's see here. What's your take on smart assist, Tom? All right, so contracts. We're still releasing. We still have several 4-star contracts, so just bear with me. Boom. All 4 of these right here. We'll empty out this one. Now they didn't used to do this. This is a new update or new fix, is they automatically lock these players. I thought it was just 5-star, but I guess it's any 5 or 4-star. Anybody but the standard players they lock for you automatically. It's kind of annoying, but I get why they do it. There's a lot of people that would rather be annoyed than accidentally release the Pele they just spent $80 on, you know? Which I've always been careful of, but it is nerve-wracking, so I get why they do it. When you're releasing players around them and you just like double, triple, quadruple check, like, I'm not highlighted, right? I'm not, like, dude. I've done that before. Let me tell you what I've done in FC. So if you've played FC, there's SBCs. If you haven't, there's these challenges where you can get rid of like your crappier players that you get called fodder to get better packs, better cards, right? And it was still towards the beginning of the game, so I had a 200k Van Dijk and 180k Militao. This was FIFA 23, right before it went to FC, the last FIFA ever. And so I have Militao and Van Dijk, packed both of them, tradable, and I was letting them gain value, and I could have traded them for a one beast player, two other beasts, or three or four. Like 200k was a lot at the time. And I went and did an SBC, and I thought I did exclude starters, and I freaking didn't. But I had a pretty lower rated squad. It was early on, and I didn't catch it. I didn't notice it, and I freaking SBC'd away Van Dijk and Militao. I couldn't believe it. Tio, what's up, man? You got Pele with 100 on your free... Wait, on your free spin, Tio? On your free spin that they gave you, or you put $1 in and happened to get him? All right, last nominating contract. Yeah, Tom. I figured you did, but I figured I'd ask. Yeah, I did. I got a video coming out about that tomorrow. It was on stream earlier is how I came up with it, but I'm 3-0 in Division 4 right now, which was on my last stream. And all the games, it was like ratty, smart assist, spammy, like nonsense. And it was zero fun, dude. Zero fun because like I had to combat him in a certain way, and like it ruins the game not just for the players using it, which clearly they don't care, but for everybody. I mean, how bad do you want Cruyff and Puskas? If you continue, you have other free spins, you're saying, Tio? Or you mean continue by putting money in? Apologize again for the allergies, dude. I hate sniffling all around on the mic, but I cannot help it. Gustafsson, see you later. All right, cool. Now that's everybody. So now I did not get nearly coin-wise, so we'll check it out. Coin-wise, 607K. So I didn't get nearly as much as I thought. 6,800. So 7 times. So 5 more free spins on top of. So 7 10-player spins. So it's like around 76 players I can clear off a pack. So that's pretty good. 150 E points, but guys, here's a fun little tidbit. When I had my original account, before I got in the argument with that FC rat, lost my original account, had over $700 into the game worth of every player you could think of for the past 3 months or so, or 3 or 4 months, whatever it was. Every player from the Maldini, the last Maldini pack, it was the exact same Maldini all the way to Ruminage and Honus. So then that account gets lost. And now I was on my way out from eFootball. I was kind of starting an FC era a bit because I went from game to game trying to find which game I wanted to really commit to until I finally decided to open a poll. So I'm telling you this because some of you might not have been on then. So get into it with the rat. He's like, I'm going to get you banned. He does. I go to connect my Konami ID to this new account that I have now, which is this one, right? OG Gamester is the name, but the PSN's O Gamester FC. Right? Same as my YouTube, just no space. So, okay, so no big deal. They said, okay, I could these games I bought on my other account, but I could transfer them, no problem. I have them both. My account's fine. eFootball, I go to transfer my account. Everything was working fine. My Konami ID, everything was fine to transfer it. And next thing you know, a pop-up comes up and says, due to you using these right here, eFootball points, you cannot change your ID. Can you believe that? Yeah, that's kind of up to you, bro. I mean, it depends how bad you want Cruyff and Puskás. Right? I'll give you an example. Here's my squad right now. Unlike my last account where I went crazy buying everybody, I had like 6 managers even. But the playstyle I love is a long ball counter, right? My sub tactic I use possession game just because that's what Spalletti has. And I like it. I spread them out. They come to the ball. It's not bad. I rarely, if ever, use it. Right? I practice with it sometimes. But the bottom line is I don't need another manager besides Spalletti unless I decide to literally change my overall playstyle. I kept Damia Granero, who they give you, right? Because you can at least have okay proficiency, like okay ratings when you're doing challenges. So in the AI divisions, for instance, I should have been already doing this, but I'm going to do possession game and counter, long ball or quick counter, long ball, all of that. Long ball, wide, quick counter, and possession to get the GP. So I kept him, but other than that, I have Spalletti. I don't need to just spend crazy money. So just look at the players. Like, I'm only going for Rooney because he's my favorite player ever. Oliver Kahn because he's my favorite keeper ever. I will go for one more center back. Most likely, it would be Rijkaard. I'd put him at center back. And Patrick Vieira. And that's it. I'm not even... At this point, I probably wouldn't even go for Romario. Even though that would be tempting. But there's no way he's that much better than Baggio. So you just have to decide where your team's at. I will say that the latest 2 packs, Maldini, Thuram, and Seedorf, as well as Cruyff, Pele, and Puskás, depending on if you got Baggio or not, I mean, those are going to be some of the best packs they release. If they release this Rooney and Bale, that will be tough because Bale's a beast, but I'd only want Rooney out of that if possible. That's the thing. That's where they should say X amount of money and you get an actual pick. You see what I'm saying, guys? You put that much money in, you shouldn't have to settle for what you get. You should be able to pick. Like, okay, if you just want a random spin, then you can do your free spins and all that, but once you put X amount, you get 1 player. Once you get X amount, you get 2 players. And say one of your free spins, you already got one, then great. Now you got one, maybe you don't have to spend money or you can spend less money. Very good team. Schmeichel, Maldini, Rijkaard, Nesta, Thuram, Vieira, Gerrard, Pele, Messi, Suarez, Neymar. That's my starting lineup. Nice, Tio. Hell yeah. Alright, so let's get to doing this. Pele, Striker's Instinct, Cruyff, shooting. I'm finally going to take care of big boy Burn, who just can't get a break. Only one... Oh my god, I only get 1 random. Out of all that, guys, I only get 1 random. I'm doing it, though. Or sorry, select. I get 1 select. And by the way, I'm starting this mother trucker. Oh, he's C. That's why I haven't been starting him. I still just want to get him out of the way, though. Although for crosses and everything else, 96, 97, 90. .90 aggression, 96 substitutes. Yeah, I'd rather have Big Dan in there. So let's see what I give him. Speed and acceleration for sure. Booster crafting. Overwrite. Select. Agility, speed, and acceleration. Shut down. So the only speed and acceleration ones are agility, balance, and stamina. Speed, acceleration, balance, and stamina. Speed, acceleration. Because I'm fine with where his defense is at. Speed, acceleration, balance, and stamina. 78, 76. Oh, for sure, Tio. What's up, Prime? How are you, bro? Wait, why is your thing green? Kid next door. Why the hell is your thing green on my multi-chat? That's weird. The kid next door. You some kind of special guy? Like special important person that I don't know about? Do you have a membership to the channel? OGFC community membership? I'm trying to figure out why that's green. Everybody else's is blue. The Twitch, Sober Pinnacle, you're from Twitch, so yours is white. That makes sense. Kick, no one's on from Kick right now. So I just changed my system, so let me see here. I'll be right back, guys. Give me just a sec. I'll still be doing stuff, though. Alright, so speed, tackling, and defensive engagement could be. So probably speed. I'd probably go for shutdown. Shutdown or agility. Really, he's such a beast. He's got aerial superiority, aerial fort, and heading. So honestly, and his defense is good. I'm going to go shutdown on him. I'm going to give him shutdown. Finally, dude. It took me forever to get Dan Burn. And it cost me $6 for Team Pass, 2 different levels, just to get him here. So 78, 75. Holy shit, that's a huge boost. +2 defensive awareness. +1, so that's +3 defensive awareness. And then he gets +4 in total there, too. Look at this, guys. Player progression, he has 91, 91, 93, 91, and look at this. So I know that he gets +3 from, so that's 91, 92, 94. Where do the other 4 points come from? Okay, one's from Spalletti, so that's +3. And then the other +3 is just from being in the starting lineup, I think. So 91 plus 1 from Spalletti, that's 90. Hold on. I guess it's +3 for being a starter. So you get +1 from Spalletti, that's 92 defensive awareness, for instance. +3 in total from shutdown and aerial block. So that's 95, and then +3 for being a starter, I guess is 98, or just in the, even if he's a sub, I think. Yep. Just for being on the top 18, okay. So now I can do this. +4 there. Acceleration. 78, 76. I believe in the rule of fives, and I think 95 is like perfect. Like 95 to 99, you can't get to 100, so I think 95 is the minimum. So I don't want him to go below 95 on defense. So he accomplished that, but he's already got aerial superiority, aerial fort, and heading, and he's 201 centimeters. I can lower his jumping, dude, and he will be just fine. Same with his physical. I can lower it at least, let's say I lowered it 2. Yeah, probably just 1. Whoa, what did I do there? I didn't mean to do that. So 80 speed now, 75 acceleration. I'll take it. 85 jumping, 91, 84 heading. Yeah, so he's got 96. 95 tackling, 90. Yeah, so he's perfect. I sacrificed to get him to 80 speed. Man, I really do want his heading. Jumping at 85 physical. As long as he can clear the ball. For heading. He doesn't really get up to head balls into the goal. It's just head flicks. So I'll take 84 heading is fine. To get him to 80 speed. That's the sacrifice I got to make. And his jumping is important, so 85. I never do direct corners like to him. You know what I mean? Let's see what Van Dijk's headings. 84 as well, see? They can clear just fine. Alright, so we're set there. don't think there's anything else I could clear. Perfect. Van Dyke. All right, we're set. So now I can add some skills. Not like that though. Like this. So double touch soul control. I want to add flip flap to Baggio. Player fusion. So we have long throws, pinpoint crossing. Don't really need that. Sombrero and track back. I'm going to add one. I already know what I'm doing there. Pinpoint crossing. Inside bounce. Acrobatic clearance. Rising shot. I'll never probably use that. I might as well almost delete it. Sliding tackle. Blocker. Long throws. Chip shot. Flip flap. There it is. Baggio now has the special double touch ability with double touch, soul control, and flip flap, long range shooting, weighted pass, which I added that when I was using him as a cam, which he still may eventually be in penalty specialist because he's our PK taker. Redemption for 94 World Cup over and over again. None of my other players have it. Let's just assume it helps. A lot of players don't care about that. I get it. All right, so now he has flip-flap. So for Bellingham, I got him track back. And I want Seedorf to have track back. But first, I got to find that player. Heel trick. Nothing there. All the goalies, I don't care about them. If I get a selection one and do a goalkeeper one, I'll put it on a goalkeeper. Obviously, because then I can give it to Livakovic. Rising shot. Goalkeepers can only go to goalkeepers on player fusion. I learned that the hard way. Inside bounce. I put a couple, not a ton, but a couple skills on goalkeepers. Sliding tackle. Acrobatic clearance. Long throws. Blocker. Pinpoint crossing. Where's the dude with 2? Flip flap. So I have another flip flap. Man marking. Sombrero and track back. So see. So Sombrero. So I'm never going to use that with Seedorf. So I'm going to go to skill training. And I'm going to delete it. Again, that was when I knew no one would ever use that. But I figured, oh, maybe I'll add it when I have some GP. I'm not even going to waste it. I'm not even going to waste it on Seedorf. I'll never use a Sombrero with Seedorf, okay? I'm not that type of player. It just won't happen. So, I had track back now. A couple pinpoint crossings. Now, I might end up adding that eventually to Bellingham. I'll tell you the scenario where I would. Rising shot, sliding tackle, long throws, chip shot control, track back. All right, so now both Bellingham and Seedorf shooting up the field. They both have the ability to track back interception for Bellingham. Track back, and my man Seedorf's already got it. Long range shooting, got it. Long range shooting, got it. Okay, these guys are set. Baggio's got the ability to special double touch. He's got long range shooting. I do not want him to have rising shot. I hate rising shot. It drives me crazy. I like knuckle shot or dipping shot. Long range curler is cool. Does he have long range curler? Yeah. Now Pele's the same way. Double touch. He needs soul control. Johan Cruyff has flip flap. He needs double touch and soul control. Yep, they're here. I'm going to go to that in a sec. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So I have track back. No. Pinpoint crossing. If Bellingham ends up playing on the right side, I would give him pinpoint. Let's go look at these new guys, and we'll look at more of the skills later. We got our updated events, so let's check that first. A national team events. For usually it's 50 coins. Yep, 50 coins, then skill trainers. Okay. So only one event. I hate that. Of course, they always have the AI, what do you call it? Co-op, which we will do. I'll go player to player. That was fun earlier, so I'll do that. Take turns with different players from the streams, with first choice going to OGFC members. National Teams AI mode, and then the World Finals Challenge. Special event to celebrate eFootball Championship World Finals 2020. We created an elite squad by another. So let's see what this is about. Of course, we're going to play it on Legend. So you aim for one. You just got to win one game for this. I'm sure they're going to be tough, I'm assuming. So random booster token. I should have just done it on regular, because I could have just got a random booster token for regular. I can change it right now too, but I'm going to try to probably beat it on Legend just for the challenge. Alright, so that's it. So really one AI event in one game, and then one PvP mode. Then of course we have divisions still. We know that. Wait, just Buffon? Neymar and Messi, they're going to be leaving in 23 days, which is when our big update. Everything's leaving in 23 days. Oh, they added Camavinga. He doesn't even look half bad, guys. Just pretty decent. Not the best in the world, but not bad at all, dude. You guys should definitely look into him. I wouldn't mind having him, you know, for events and stuff. Because I obviously have Seedorf, Pedri, but Camavinga, nice. Obviously another box-to-box here. Camavinga way better. $30 booster tokens. We just got one. So let's see how many booster tokens we have now that we got one player with it. That would give me 60. $103. I don't even have enough GP to do another skill anyway. That's hilarious. So all that, $6 only, I guess, but Team Pass, all that stuff I got, I was able to add 2 skills to players. So this would give me the chance to add another skill. I don't need the training program part. I'm going to go 300k GP, I think, because I can add another skill, or I could go up to 60. Oh, this is tough, but I don't really have other skills to add right now. I'm going to go booster tokens for a selection booster. Let's see what we get from our daily game, then we'll go look at the Spinarooskies. Is it just Buffon today? Is that... What about the other two? Am I missing something here? I don't know what I get on this spin. Where is my spins for like Serginho in them? Like, where does that go? Where did that go? Didier, daily game lap 7. I'm on daily game. Keep feeling like Julian Alvarez. Some of Vardiol. I really want this Serginho, man. If I'm not mistaken, he has edge crossing, right? Yeah. And then this Beckham has... What does he have again? Thought he had a low lofted, pinpoint weighted through, long range, dipping, long. I guess he doesn't have anything. It's an older Beckham. Orchestrator. He can hit free kicks. You could sub him into banging free kicks, that's for sure. Finishing set pieces and kicking power. Okay. I want this Conti big time. I know I have Seedorf. But I heard this Conti's an absolute monster. So I really want... He's my number 1 pick. Serginho would be my number 2. Because you know Seedorf's pushed to the left a bit. I could sub Serginho and put him as a CM. Put him as a CM. And he's going to still get the chance to do some beautiful edge crosses from out there. Carvajal, Puig. Yeah. And I already got Salah. But I didn't get him out of a chance deal. I got this Salah out of... Wait, I did get him out of the chance deal. So I got the very best one. I got the very best player out of this chance deal. So that's huge. I didn't even realize I got him instead of Serginho. And I was like, oh, I got Salah. That was actually pretty big. Because he's still a sub. Oh, no, I meant to put another... Out of these guys, Adriano, Batistuta. 105, 104, 103. Wingers. Defensive. So I want to trade out. For Pedri. So wingers. Never really go wingers. One of these strikers could go. It's either going to be Adriano or Batistuta. Batistuta doesn't have a good weak foot. He rarely uses his weak foot, and his precision is medium. So as crazy as it sounds, in case Drogba needs to come in to bury a header, then I have Batistuta and Owen as my backup strikers. So Adriano's going to the reserves, dude, for Pedri. I need another CMF. Sub. So there's that. So strikers, Mbappe striker / winger, AMF. We'll go wingers, 1 AMF, 3 CMF / DMFs, 2 center backs / right back for Koundé. Alright, so that's my subs. There's my starting lineup. As you can see, I'm real specific here. Very, very specific. And now we go and we take a look at contracts. There they are. There's the new boys. So Van Bronckhorst, is this a new type of card, or is that what they're doing for like new players? Can't wait to see the new So let's see what we got here. Gigi Buffon. One of the best in the business. They should have gave him directing defense. How could they not give Buffon directing defense, bro? The new play style. Long reach tackle. Orchestrator. I mean, would it be cool having Beckenbauer instead of Rice? Of course, because he's Beckenbauer. Long range shooting, one touch pass, through passing, weighted pass, outside curler, interception, blocker, slide. Man marking's pretty much all he would need. Aerial superiority as well as heading. And Van Bronckhorst. Long reach tackle. Three passing, pinpoint, man marking. Zano, are you guys spinning for any of these guys? I don't think I will be. Let's see objectives. Finally more objectives. Thank goodness. No, wait, there is still no more objectives. Oh my god, there's still no more objectives, guys. We're still waiting for those. Unbelievable. Yeah, because guys, look at my Rice and tell me that I should go over. Because you can make a box-to-box just as much as Orchestrator play DMF. But look at this. I mean, unbelievable. Jumping, heading, 76, physical contact. Unbelievable. I wish his physical contact was a bit better. Loft to pass 85, 88. Because of his tackling, I have to... Dribbling, time, possession, speed, and balance. Yeah, it's jumping, physical contact, and... Objectives Thursday, I'm sure, yeah. You know what I just realized with him? I don't really need Rice to be as quick here. I need his balance up, though. Speed, kicking, power, stamina 90. Man, so I'd have to lower his defense. I don't want his dribbling lower. I don't want his passing. That's why he's so stiff. I don't know, man. Maybe Beckenbauer would be... Well, let's go look real quick. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at old Beckenbauer. This is what he looks like. Let's give him a booster. Let's say it's let's go defending. Interesting. .9183, so he's a ground type passer. His dribbling's bad. Everything else is pretty decent, though. Acceleration, tight possession, and low pass. Stamina just 89. Aerial strength. .85. But this is without being in the starting lineup, I believe. So, yeah, see, I'd have to add a managers. And I have Spalletti. What's this mean? 70, 88. There it is. So now that's his top. Okay, so this is what I've been missing. I haven't been putting a manager on there. I'm a dum-dum. So we'll go Rice here. That's what I've been missing, guys. I'm a dum-dum. We have this Declan. And I have bouncer and ball carrying. So I'll keep doing this while I'm working. Oh, give me 1 sec. Alright, I have no idea why he won't go to 104, what I'm missing here. But there's something I'm missing. There's something I'm missing here. Where is it? Is it because I can't do... I'm missing something on... Whatever, I can't figure it out. Their system seems messed up. So Spalletti. They're both juiced up there. No idea what it is. But obviously this isn't 75 offensive awareness. I guess it's because I built him a bit different. So defensively, he's way higher. Rice is way higher. So if I go back, for instance, to this Beckenbauer, and I do Spalletti, that max level, and give him, like I said, defending like I did last time. So you see what he's got there. Near perfect defense, good speed, passing 90-45, which is great. Great dribbling. I mean, brilliant all the way around. 93 stamina, 79 balance. I mean, this is beautiful, right? Beautiful. For here, you would just need aerial superiority. Oh, well, he has it. Aerial superiority. So he would just need heading, interception blockers, interception blocker. What else would he need? Man marking, interception blocker. He would need man marking, fighting spirit, man marking, fighting spirit, maybe acrobatic clearance if he was going to play center back, right? So man marking, fighting spirit, acrobatic. But he would be an absolute beast of a DMF on stay back. I'd put him on defensive. Wouldn't put him on anchoring so he could go left and right. So he'd be an incredible DMF. 89 jump. Balance 79. I don't know, guys. It's tempting. It's tempting for sure. It's tempting for sure because you see here, passing's not quite where Beckenbauer's is. Defense, they're both stellar. He's just much taller. 185 to what's Beckenbauer's? He has Fortress, which Fortress is in the defensive. I forgot what Fortress does exactly, but whatever. We all know it's now the website was wrong. He does not have aerial superiority or fighting spirit, so I'd want aerial superiority, fighting spirit, and heading. Then man marking. And maybe even track back just in case. That's what I put on Bex. So it's maybe worth going after Beckenbauer, guys. I mean, he fits the passing scheme that I want perfectly as well. He's a brilliant passer. I don't want Van Bronckhorst, though, but let's see. 77, 681. He's not too much short. Center back and CDM. Damn, it might be worth getting Beckenbauer. Son of a biscuit. Son of a biscuit. I'm going to think on it, though. I'm going to think on it tonight. I'll see you guys in several hours. Man, but then if I get Buffon, then there's no point in going after Khan. Even though Buffon would be amazing, you can't go wrong with him. I mean, Declan's a beast. But he's just not quite as good as Beckenbauer. It's just the bottom line. A little bit taller. Phenomenal pass, so that does help instead of Fortress. What's Fortress again? I have to refresh my memory on Fortress. What am I doing here? Player skills. They should put the Showtime skills separate. Improves players' defensive abilities after the second half mark, as long as the team has a goal event. So if we're up, Beckenbauer gets a boost. If we're up. I hate Fortress. That's what both my wingbacks have too. Fighting Spirit is a must on defensive players. Blocker, interception, aerial superiority. Yep, so we'll see. I might spin for Beckenbauer, and if I happen to get Buffon, Declan goes to the bench, then I have Livakovic. We'll have to see. Now, Thursday, we have more players coming, if I'm not mistaken. I forget how that works. These guys came on Thursday, and then on Sunday it was whoever the hell it was, I forgot. McTominay and them, I think. McTominay and them. So Thursday, I'm not sure. So we'll have to see, man. I might spin for them. I do not mind Beckenbauer at all. I would rather have Rijkaard. That's who would bench Beckenbauer. I played him as a CDM before until I got Rijkaard. I'm going to wait for Rijkaard most likely. Although Rijkaard I was looking at for center back because outside of like Augenthaler was amazing, but I don't think I would go for him. Rijkaard's the only player that I feel could knock out Burn. Maybe that Araujo was sick too. There might be somebody else if the new season comes. We'll have to see, man. I don't want to go crazy with it. You're talking not much of an improvement because Declan's pretty much a beast, right? So probably won't. I'm probably just getting back to my old ways of just wanting every single player. And if you're like me, try to hold off unless you really need them. Unless you just don't see money as an object, which if so, you're lucky. So there you go. There's the new content. One of my biggest problems, I'm a real nerd for the stats, as you can see. I go into it probably painstaking, probably to the point where a lot of you are like, come on already. But these are like the conundrums I get into. However, it's not like I'm missing out on much, because all we have to do, one game here, it looks like, as well as one AI event that I can finish in no time, and one PvP event. They always lack content, unfortunately. So that's where I'm at. I was able to add in the right booster for Burn. I was able to put important skills on both Baggio and Seedorf. Right? So now we need Seedorf's second booster. We need Bellingham's second booster. And then we need Maldini's second booster. Thuram's second booster. That's 4 players. And Livakovic's second booster. We need 5 players' second boosters. So we still have a lot to go for. That's why I went for the 60, the coin, so I can maybe get a pick booster. And then I need a bunch of GP. So yeah, we have a long while to go. Maybe we'll spin just for the sake of that. Even though that won't help me with boosters. Maybe the selection boosters, if I get some of the 5-star players, it'll help me with GP. But yeah, that's what helped me get ahead last time. I was just spinning so much too. But as far as the shop goes, I've literally bought everything out. Right? Almost everything on the training programs. Not quite, but close. Pretty close. So we'll see next time. But I will see you guys early in the morning. Have a good one if it's nighttime there. If it's daytime, have a good day. If it's morning, have a great morning. Do not forget to like and subscribe if you made it through. I know, kind of a boring podcast stream, but it was just to check out the new content. After all, we'll get to some games right away in the next one. I promise you that. You will be knowing first thing if I'm going to spin or not. I'm going to sleep on it. So I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.